Hey, this is Jordan Plumbo from the Plumbo Report. It's August 13th, 2012, and I'm gonna share my thoughts right now on the legalization of marijuana. Now, this is what I think about marijuana. Well, it ain't a drug. It's an herb you grow in the ground. It's not synthetic. It's natural. And it's a natural occurring medicine. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years, and only until the 1930s it became criminalized by the United States government. You know what makes me sick? We're in an economic recession, so they want to call it recession. It's more like a depression all across the world. And you know what? In the United States, if marijuana was, legalized and taxed like alcohol or cigarettes or tobacco, do you know how much money that the government would save from putting millions and millions of people in jail for a little petty action on their part? And how much money they would save from having court cases and fining people for having a little joint? And what do we have? Let's see. Who do we have that's in the 2012 elections that is for marijuana? It's not Obama. It's not Romney. How the hell can people take these two little nobody freaks seriously? They're both lying sacks of shit that should be in jail. Only Gary Johnson out of these three candidates actually supports marijuana because he knows for a fact that it's not a drug. It's an herb. It's a healing herb, of all things. I'm a little bit stressed right now. That's why I'm smoking my cig. If weed was legalized, I would be smoking a joint right now, but it's not in America. Home of the free, land of the brave. That's complete bullshit. Because if we were free, we would be smoking marijuana like tobacco, or drinking drinking alcohol on the weekends. Like, come on, seriously, people. Grow some common sense. Maybe you should grow some brain cells. Now let's see. Let's see. You know what? In an economic recession, the Americans have lost 50% of their wealth to bankers, of course, because the bankers know best. Do you know how much money we probably would make if America legalized marijuana soon? You know how much money they'd probably make in a single year? I would guess 5 to 10 billion, because people will be buying it left and right. It'll be much cheaper. You can get much higher quantities and much better quality, other than street shit. I mean, if you have our so-called El Presidentes, Obama, let's see our past presidents. Let's see who has admitted to smoke weed. Obama, Bush, Clinton. Our last three little nobodies in the White House have all smoked weed. And let's see, what does Obama do? He crushes medical marijuana patients in states like Colorado, California, and other places across the United States. And let's get this straight, folks. It ain't a harmful drug. It ain't a gateway drug. How is marijuana a Schedule 1 substance? It ain't. In reality, it's a joke. But why do people keep believing in an illegitimate government that lies to your faces about everything and says everything is fine? It's a sick joke. Marijuana is what to save the economy, but does the government want that? No. Maybe, but I've seen, there's been a Gallup poll recently, and for once, it actually shows 54% of the United States population wants legalization of marijuana, and 46% don't. Maybe the 46% should wake up and grow some brain cells and quit being a bunch of little mindless freaks. Now let's go back to 1969. The poll back in 69 showed, I think it was like 88% said there should be no legalization of marijuana, and only 12%, which were basically hippies back then. The hippies. Personally, in my lifetime, pot will likely be legalized. And maybe it will likely be sooner, because personally I think the government's going to be faced with will have to face reality, and they're going to have to do it. Personally, I think we're heading for a cliff. The government's heading for a cliff that they cannot avoid, and they want to try to climb on the people. For what? Doing little petty crimes like marijuana possession? Marijuana is not a drug, you stupid mindless freaks. It's a herb. It's medical. It's good for you. There's no toxins in it. I meant like people that smoke cigarettes. Like, look, I'm smoking a cigarette right now. Is this healthy for me? Probably not. I mean, it's a natural American spirit, so it's a little bit healthier than a Marb or whatever, but still, come on, folks. Maybe you should grow some balls and face up to the facts, because, personally, I am sick and tired of being lied to about bullshit. The criminalization of marijuana, being it illegal, it fails. It has failed. Let's see what they try to do back in the 1930s. Oh, let's prohibit alcohol use. Let's prohibit alcohol sales. Did that stop anybody? No. And now let's see. People that I know, about 75% of the people that I know smoke weed, and they know it's illegal. And they don't give a shit because, let's see, they know it's good for them. They know it's not the devil, it's not a terrible thing, it's not a terrible thing to use, because they don't trust the government. Nobody does. It's a fact of life. It's so many people use it. It's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that it's illegal. And I can't believe people still take people like Obama seriously. Like, he's a joke. He's a complete joke. That son of a bitch should be in jail. People should wake up to reality, folks. And it drives me crazy that people still live in their little fantasy world. If weed was legal, this country would be a 100% much better and safer place to live in. Now, I'm going to say one thing. Maybe people should vote for Gary Johnson. If they had any brains, let's see. There's no way in hell I'm voting for Romney, because he's a little prick Mormon that has made thousands and thousands of people's lives a living hell, because he's Mr. Finance. He knows best. He doesn't know jack shit. And Obama, he's just a traitor. He's a piece of shit. Is Obama even Obama? Probably. Let's see. By his so-called name, that's his actual real name is Barry Soetoro. These two mainstream candidates are jokes. Maybe, come on, people, seriously. Quit listening to these jokes. We need somebody. Let's see. Ron Paul failed because he got sabotaged by his own little campaign folks. He got screwed. If we vote for Obama or Romney, people that just normal people that do not smoke weed and people that do smoke weed will get screwed in the end, because these people are pigs. If you want change in America, vote for Gary Johnson, because that's what I'm doing, and you should too. And that's my own thoughts. The drug war has failed, completely failed. Why does the people in the White House think that the drug war is being won? If they do, they live in complete fantasy world and they are completely ill. Just my little rant. Jeez. If you believe what I'm saying, click the like button. And if you want more realistic and interesting topics to talk about, comment below. Because we're in the most important times of our lives. And you better wake up to the truth. And you better quit living in your little fantasy world. Wake up, folks. This is Jay Plumbo signing off from the Plumbo Report. Now, peace out.